हेलो बच्चों, इस सीरीज में हम क्लास 7 की सोशल साइंस को कवर करेंगे और फर्स्ट चैप्टर से हमने स्टार्ट करेंगे जो कि ज्योग्राफी का चैप्टर है, ज्योग्राफिकल डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ इंडिया। चैप्टर की शुरुआत में ही सर अरबिंदो का एक कोटेशन दी हुई है यहाँ पे सर अरबिंदो की, जो कि ऐसा है, टू अस बाय इट्स वेरी ज्योग्राफी द कंट्री दैट इज इंडिया अपीयर्स टू बी क्वाइट डिस्टिंक्ट फ्रॉम अदर कंट्रीज एंड दैट हैव itself gives it a certain national character. It means कि जो इंडिया है हमारे लिए बाकी कंट्रीज के लिए जो डिफरेंट है, क्यों है? बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स वेरी ज्योग्राफी, यानी डिफरेंट ज्योग्राफिकल फीचर्स की वजह से है। और ये इसको एक सर्टेन कैरेक्टरिस्टिक प्रोवाइड करते हैं, नेशनल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक इसको प्रोवाइड करते हैं। क्लियर? चैप्टर आपके न्यू एनसीईआरटी बुक बहुत पिक्टोरियल है, अच्छा है, समझने में इजी रहेगा। जैसे ही फर्स्ट में इन्होंने जियोग्राफिकल फीचर्स में दिखाया हुआ है कि जो प्लेट्यू रीजन से कैसे वाटरफॉल हो रहा है, जोग फॉल को दिखाया गया कर्नाटका में है, और जिससे हाइड्रो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बनाई है, हाइड्रो मीन्स वाटर, दैट इज ऑल्सो रिवील्ड है। इन इन बिगिनिंग देयर टू क्वेश्चन दे हैव अराइज्ड। फर्स्ट वन इज व्हाट आर सम key geographical features of India? I think everyone knows different geographical features like northern mountains, plains, deserts and all. That second is how does India's geographical diversity affect our lives? कि जैसे जैसे जियोग्राफिकल डाइवर्सिटीज है, जो डिफरेंसेस है, डिफरेंट लैंड फॉर्म्स है, वो कैसे हमारे लाइफस्टाइल को अफेक्ट करते हैं। नेक्स्ट, अभी यहाँ पे बताया गया है कि 1984 में जब राकेश शर्मा जी, जो कि हमारे इंडियन फर्स्ट एस्ट्रोनॉट थे, वापस आए थे, तो वहां से आने के बाद प्राइम मिनिस्टर इंदिरा गांधी थी जो उस टाइम पे, उन्होंने उनसे क्वेश्चन किया था कि वहां से स्पेस से देखने पर इंडिया कैसा दिखता है। तो उन्होंने सिंपली रिप्लाई किया, सारे जहां से अच्छा, मतलब बेटर देन होल वर्ल्ड, पूरे वर्ल्ड में सबसे अच्छा हमें यही इंडिया हमें लगा था। ठीक है, देन लेट्स एक्सप्लोर में दिया हुआ है कि आपको क्या करना है। चैप्टर लास्ट में, जो बुक के लास्ट में वो दिया हुआ है, मैप दिए हुए हैं कुछ, उनको भी आपको ऑब्जर्व करना है, रिमाइंड करना, रिकॉल करना है डिफरेंट लैंड फॉर्म्स को, जैसे माउंटेन, प्लेन्स, प्लेट्यू, इन सबको आपको ऑब्जर्व करना है। जैसे इस चैप्टर में हम आगे बढ़ते हैं और हम मैप पे भी देखते हैं, तो हम आगे चैप्टर की स्टार्ट कंटिन्यू करते हैं। इंडिया इज द 7th लार्जेस्ट कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड। अगर हम वर्ल्ड की बात करें तो इंडिया सबसे अगर हम साइज की बात करें तो इंडिया कौन से नंबर पे आते हैं? 7th नंबर पे आते हैं। ठीक है, सबसे बड़ी सबको पता है रशिया है, और ऐसे करके 6 कंट्री हमसे बड़ी हैं। 7th नंबर पे इंडिया सबसे बिगेस्ट लेवल पे 7th नंबर पे आती है। तो अगर हम इस पे बात करें इंडिया की नेबरिंग कंट्री की, तो पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, नेपाल, भूटान, श्रीलंका, म्यांमार, और ये सब मिला के, यानी इंडिया और इसकी नेबरिंग कंट्रीज को मिला के टर्म यूज की जाती है इंडियन सब कॉन्टिनेंट। दैट इज सब कॉन्टिनेंट सिंस इट इज पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्टिनेंट ऑफ एशिया। सब कॉन्टिनेंट वर्ड क्यों यूज किया हमने? क्योंकि ये एक कंटिनेंट का पार्ट है। कौन से कंटिनेंट का पार्ट है? एशिया कंटिनेंट का पार्ट है। तो जब भी टर्म इंडियन सब कंटिनेंट यूज होगी तो उसका मतलब होगा इंडिया विद इट्स नेबरिंग कंट्रीज। ओपन फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ डिस्कशन वी रेफर टू 5 रीजन। जो हम अभी हमने जियोग्राफिकल फीचर्स की, जो कि चैप्टर का नाम भी है, बात करते हैं, तो कौन कौन से 5 रीजन में मेजरली हमने डिवाइड किया है? द ग्रेट माउंटेन जोन, प्लेन्स ऑफ द गंगा एंड इंडस, जिसको हम नॉर्दर्न प्लेन्स भी बोल देते हैं, the desert region, the southern peninsula, and the islands. In this chapter, we will fly over these zones, providing you with a bird's eye view of these features and offering glimpse of what things look like in close up of some these places. Like in this line they are saying कि ठीक है, इन chapters को हम explain, इन सब को हम देखते हैं, कुछ को काफ़ी डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, कुछ को थोड़ा-सा सुपरफिशियली पढ़ेंगे, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा डिटेल में इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड हियर। स्टार्ट करते हैं हिमालय माउंटेन रेंज से। इन हिमालय माउंटेन रेंज stand as a natural barrier in the north. As we all know, we have four direction on map. Upper one is north, the bottom one south, this side east and west. If we will talk about the Himalaya mountain range, it stand as a natural barrier in the north. It means where it is in the north of India, while the Thar Desert and the Arabian Sea mark its western limit, like here. ठीक है, if we will talk about Thar Desert, it will locate in west part, and in southwest, this part is covered by Arabian Sea. In the south, here it is Indian Ocean, and to the east there is Bengal, Bay of Bengal form a natural boundary. These geographical features create a separation between India and the rest of the continent and have played a crucial role in shaping India's climate, culture, and history. Like these geographical differences, yeah, features, they create a separation between India and the rest of the continent. Like we are living in Asia continent, then these geographical features separate India from other countries and also play a very important role in shaping India's climate, culture, and history. Let us now journey together from the Himalayas to the islands in the Indian Ocean and onwards to the east of India. The diverse colors on the map already give you a sense of geographical diversity. Familiarize yourself with the legends on the map. The different colors indicate the altitude. Like height of the place is also indicated by the different colors. First, we will discuss about the first geographical features, that is the northern mountains, that is the Himalayas. Look at the length of the range of the map. It is like a massive wall from the legend. Can you guess the altitude of different points of Himalaya? Like these colors are given brown and all. Then it shows its height. It shows its altitude. Then we will see here. These are satellite image of the Himalaya ranges. Note that the length of the range is about 2500 kilometer. Let us remember the Himalayas seems to touch the sky. In fact, many of its peaks are over 8,000 meters in height and altogether called the 8,000ers. Like if we see the peaks of Himalayas, that is average, most of the peaks, some peaks are over than 8,000 meters in height. That's why this mountain is also called 8,000ers. This mountain range stretches across 6 countries. If we think that India, Himalaya is found on India, in India only, it is wrong. It covers, it stretches through 6 countries. These are Nepal, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. We know India, other than India, Nepal, Bhutan, China, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. As we all know, highest peak that lies in Himalaya mountain range lies in Nepal, that is Mount Everest. Now, now, in the summer, the snow on the mountain melt and feeds many rivers such as Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra. These rivers and their tributaries provide water for drinking, farming, and industrial use, connecting with the rivers of hundreds of millions of people, lives of the hundreds of millions of people. Hence, the Himalayas are sometimes called the water tower of Asia. It could be asked why in Himalaya is called water tower of Asia, because many rivers originate from the Himalaya. You may be surprised how rivers originate from the Himalaya, because many of the peaks are snow covered And when in summer the snow melt, the water goes to different rivers like Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra, and to their distributaries or tributaries also, which was used by people for different purposes like drinking, farming, industrial use, connecting with the that's why many lives, like hundreds of millions of people, are connected with the mountain. That's why it is called water tower of Asia. The Himalaya also important for many culture and belief system. You know how belief system? See, many of our pilgrims or important temples, monasteries are found on mountains, like Vaishno Devi temple. Everyone knows, I think, it lies in the on the Himalaya mountains. So it is the place of attraction for monks and spiritual seekers also from the world who come to pray and meditate. Like in don't miss out, the important point is given about the Bhagirathi river. जो भागीरथी रिवर जो कि एक ट्रिब्यूटरी है गंगा रिवर की, वो भी यहाँ एक ग्लेशियर है हिमालय माउंटेन पे, जिसका नाम है गंगोत्री ग्लेशियर, जो कि एक बहुत बड़ा ग्लेशियर है। वहां पे एक प्लेस है गौमुख, गौमुख काउज माउथ, जो कि उत्तराखंड में है। काउज माउथ क्यों बोला जाता है? क्योंकि इसकी शेप ऐसे है जैसे तो काऊ का माउथ है। आप देख भी पा रहे होंगे ना, ऐसे बिल्कुल काऊ के माउथ जैसा दिख रहा है यहाँ पे। ठीक है, दैट दिस ग्लेशियर इज वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट इन इंडियन हिमालयाज। when you will go to when you go to see the Ganga, remember the journey began there, वहां से आप उसको देखना है। Next one important, very important and interesting point is that the how the Himalayas were formed. A long, long time ago, India was part of a much bigger landmass called Gondwana, where its neighbor was Africa. Like now we belong to a continent Asia. Earlier were part of the Gondwana, and our neighboring continent was Africa. At some point it broke away and slowly start moving north. ठीक है, इट सेम्स लाइक नो अफ्रीका से ही कुछ गोंडवाना का कुछ पार्ट डिस्कनेक्ट हुआ है, और जो कि ऐसे स्लोली स्लोली मूव करना स्टार्ट हुआ किस डायरेक्शन में? नॉर्थ की डायरेक्शन में। 50 million years ago, it stressed the landmass of Eurasia and collide with it. Then it collides with Eurasia. What is Eurasia? Europe plus Asia. Europe and Asia in combination is called Eurasia. As India pushed against Eurasia, the land between them crumpled and rose up. When, see, see here, this is landmass of India. ठीक है, it broke from there, then it shifted towards the north. It shifted towards the north. Then it attached with Eurasia, that it then it collided with Eurasia, and the land between them rose up and formed a mountain that is called Himalaya mountain. That is called Himalaya mountain. India is still pushing into Asia today very slowly, about 5 centimeters each year. Now they are saying that still India is pushing into Asia. Why they are saying so? Because height of the mountain is still increasing. It is just about 5 centimeter a year. Although speed is quite slow, it is slower than the speed of our hair growth, but still it is increasing. In don't miss out, they are saying Himalaya is the combination of two Sanskrit word. If anyone ask you Himalaya is belong to which language, Himalaya word is belong to Sanskrit language, that is him meaning snow, and Alya abode or dwelling, the abode of snow, like home of snow. Now we will discuss about the categories of the Himalaya. Himalaya is broadly characterized into three main ranges. Depending upon the height, yeah, on the basis of height, Himalaya is divided into three categories. First one is the Himadri. First one is the Himadri or the Great Himalaya are the highest and most rugged part of the range. Most of the towering peaks like Mount Everest and Kanchenjunga, these regions remain snow covered throughout the year. Life here is tough and there are not many human settlements. All points are important, only major 3 points are there. This is the highest and these are the highest range and having towering peaks like Mount Everest, Kanchenjunga, etc. remains snow covered throughout the year, and the life is tough. That's why there is not many human settlement. Second one is, this is one first one. Second one, the Himachal. Second one is the Himachal. Himachal or the lower Himalaya. Even it is actually it is middle Himalaya. Himadri top one, greater Himalaya. It is called lower Himalayas that lies in between. The Himachal lies south of the greater Himalayas. Like greater Himalaya के नीचे वाली सीरीज, उनसे थोड़ा कम हाइट वाली सीरीज जो है, that is called Himachal. Greater Himalaya and have a moderate climate. Here climate is moderate. But everyone knows what is moderate climate. That is neither too hot nor too cold. That allow rich biodiversity and human habitation. Although climate is moderate, that will be favorable for human habitation. That's why there is rich biodiversity as well as human habitation. Popular hill stations such as Nainital in Uttarakhand, Darjeeling in West Bengal, Shimla in Himachal Pradesh, and Mussoorie in Uttarakhand are located in this region. Now we will talk about the Sivalik or the outer Himalaya or the lowest Himalayas form. That is the outer and lowest range. This is the outer and lowest range. These are basically hills, and we know hills are rolling hills and dense forest. Although like they do not have too much highest height and they are not very high, or peaks are rolling arc-shaped peaks. These foothills are rich in wildlife, serving a transition zone between the Himalayas and the Gangetic Plains, also called the Northern Plains. ठीक है, Gangetic Plains also called Northern Plains, and these are the transition area. See, mountains, these are the Himadri, then Himachal, these are the Shivalik. Then plain area start. These are the transaction zone. These are the transaction zones. Now there is one important point is given. The traditional house construction method in the western method in the west sorry in the traditional house construction method in the western Himalaya range is known as the Kat, Kuni or Dhaji Devari style of houses. Actually, in these type of style houses, wood is the primary material that is used to make the houses, and stone is also used, but wood is typically used for traditional houses because wood is insulator of heat. It keeps the houses warm and resists damage in the event of mild earthquakes. If there is mild earthquake, it will tolerate that also, and there will be less damage of property. That's why the wood is used as a most important material, although stone is also used. The Great Himalayan National Park in Himachal Pradesh has wide diversity of flora and fauna. The park has been declared the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The biodiversity of the park is being preserved by the government as well as village community that live inside the park. See, if there is something reserved as a park or the sanctuary, then government involvement comes there. So the it is this park is preserved by the government as well as villagers, and this park is also counted in the World Heritage Sites by UNESCO. You can see that park. There are different kinds of flora and fauna found in this park. The red rhododendrons are there, rhododendrons. Local market produce also displayed here. हिमालय मोनाल जो है उनको भी डिस्प्ले किया गया है, जो ये पिकॉक काइंड ऑफ हमें दिख रहा है. You can see it. Bias River is also shown that is passed through Himachal Pradesh. Now we will talk about cold desert. As we know, desert are of two types, hot desert and cold desert. In this chapter, we will discuss about the cold desert of India. The word desert immediately evoke an image of hot places. जैसे ही हम desert का नाम सुनते हैं, desert word सुनते हैं, सबसे पहले हमारे माइंड में जाता है कि hot place है. लेकिन there are also cold desert. Ladakh is a cold desert where winter temperature drops below -30 degrees Celsius. There is very little rainfall and the landscape is rugged with rocky terrain. See the terrain, see the texture. ठीक है, this is rocky texture. Deep valley and lakes such as Pangong so means lake. The terrain here resembles that of the moon. जो texture है वो कैसा दिख रहा है, जैसे तो moon का texture होता है. That's why it is called moonland. इसलिए इसको moonland भी बोला जाता है. Geologists explain the formation of the terrain as we saw earlier by the fact that the mountains were folded when the Indian landmass collided with Eurasia. As we earlier read how it formed, it was formed when the mountains were folded when Indian landmass collided with Eurasia. This folded portion was part of an ocean. जो भी पार्ट फोल्ड हुआ था, जैसे आप कपड़े को ऐसे ड्रैग करते हैं तो वो बीच में ऐसे फोल्ड हो जाता है, तो जो पार्ट फोल्ड हुआ था वो एक ओशन का पार्ट था. That's why the folded portion was part of an ocean, and so the rocks in this area are frozen, are made largely of sand and clay, because the clay and sand both are found in the ocean, so largely made up of sand and clay. Wind and rain have eroded the mountains into the shape used in the photograph. और जो हमें erosion दिख रहा है, land erosion दिख रहा है, that was due to wind and rain. Despite the harsh conditions, Ladakh is home to unique wildlife like snow leopard, ibex, and Tibetan antelopes. Although ये cold desert है, तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा हार्श क्लाइमेट है यहाँ पे, बट कुछ कुछ यूनिक वाइल्ड लाइफ हमें मिलते हैं जो कितने कोल्ड डेजर्ट में सरवाइव कर पाती हैं. कौन कौन सी हैं वो हमें देखने को मिलती हैं. स्नो लेपर्ड, इबेक्स, तिब्बतन एंटीलोप्स. The Ladakhi people led a simple life. They live a simple life. This region is known for its ancient monasteries and colorful festivals such as Losar and Hamis festival. ये क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं कि कौन कौन से फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट किए जाते हैं लद्दाख में, तो लोसार एंड हैमिस फेस्टिवल.